I know recently we've been shown a new side of Brady where he seems to be brash, he's lashing out, not his usual contained self. Don't think for one moment he's lost that edge though. Don't think he's lost the focus. Don't think he's not going to continue to work and to drive for that 8th ring. That chip on his shoulder is always there, and Tom Brady is more motivated than ever before.
The teams that are winning Super Bowl still got the old school ways. They still care about each other. You just saw it with Tom Brady. They see a Hall of Famer, a walking Hall of Famer, care this much about football. Got all the money he needs. Got a model as a wife, and he's still in year 20 at 44, 43 years old, still this passionate about football. That's how we was back in the day, Colin.
Take a listen to this and tell me if you think Tom Brady's become more complacent. Tell me if that fire has waned. Count how many times he's driving home the message that they didn't have a good day and they better have a good day tomorrow. Watch him try to cover up his frustration and anger with his usual answers to the media.
Yeah, it wasn't our best day. We got to watch the film and correct it, and I think that the important part is, it's we realize we're starting at the bottom with everybody else, and we got to climb our way up. We're gonna have our challenges. It's gonna be an entirely different challenge this season than last year, and got to put the work in. So it's training camp. It's a grind. We got to grind through it. We're gonna have bad days. We're gonna have good days. We got to come out tomorrow, more urgency, and get the job done. Got to come show up to work every day. Try to go out and get our job done. It's a today wasn't our best day, so I guess I'm a little frustrated from that. Again, today was not our best day of practice, so I always like playing as much as I can. So try to get out here and practice better tomorrow, see if we can put together a really good day. Yeah, just got to get out and try to get better tomorrow. It's nice. I've found, my voice more. I really enjoy being around my teammates, my coaches. It's been a different environment, and just really enjoying the experience of playing football, playing with these group of guys.
Did you know the first time you faced Brady, he was great?
Nah, but I don't know if you and Larry Foote is the linebacker coach for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah.
Larry Foote he played ball at Michigan with Tom Brady. And he was the first to tell us. He said, look, Tom wasn't starting at Michigan, but Tom is one of us. And what he meant by one of us was the guys. Tom is one of the guys, and Tom always came in to close games. If he ever start in the NFL, he won't look back. And I'll be damn it, Larry Foote wasn't lying at all.
Yeah.
You guys are catching me on a bad day today. We had a really practice, so I'm not feeling great about kind of what we did today. So it is what it is. I feel like we're really in a ramping up stage to training camp too. We're definitely not where we need to be. We've got a long ways to go before we're at where ultimately we want to be. We're definitely, grinding our way through it. And it also gives other guys opportunities though too. Cody and Tanner, those guys are getting looks where they normally probably would be, down the depth chart, but they're in there with the first group. So they got to take advantage of that opportunity, and we got to get some valuable working with them. Just, communication, execution, missing throws, missing reads, just overall just a poor day. Yeah. Coach said a good thing today. He said, soccer practice is over after today, which means, we really haven't played any football. There's no pads, no tackling, no run force, no run fits, no breaking tackles, no, play action response. So things will change quite a bit tomorrow.
Maybe I'm overreading it, but in the space of a 10-minute interview, Brady's literally said we had a bad day, we better get better 17 times. Brady is a very, very intelligent man. He's articulate. He knows how to speak. So he could easily have chosen to talk about other things. Instead, he's repeating his frustrations, and he's repeated it 17 times. But like his father says, that crazy competitive gene runs through every fiber of his being, and he was clearly very angry, very frustrated. I actually thought he did really well to stop himself from exploding. He knows what it takes to repeat. So he clearly is sending out a message that everyone needs to get on board, to have that sense of urgency, to play like they could get cut. So guys, don't worry about this new Tom Brady that you're seeing. It's still the same TB12. We're just getting to see a more vocal side of him. Like he says, he's just finding his voice. But make no mistake about it, he's just as dialed in, he's just as driven to win, he's not backing down. If anything, he's probably doubling down.
You had some huge games with Brady. I mean, you were in big, close, competitive games. What was the secret to giving? Was there ever a secret with Tom?
Man, Tom don't give a f. Tom called it Tom. Tom Chip is I'm a 6th round mother freaking draft pick. Y'all didn't like my size. You didn't like my combine. I'm about to smoke the NFL for as long as I can. That chip on the shoulder, Colin, is still there to this day. Because he wasn't entitled.
Right.
He wasn't coming from an air. He likes, and to this day, and coaches will tell you in Tampa, man, put me around the 53rd guy on the roster because him and I can relate. You get your 1st and 2nd round quarterbacks, maybe 3rd, and they get to start and have some kind of success. I don't know if they're going to go to the equipment manager and be like, man, put me in with the last guy on the roster because I can relate to him. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes Tom different. You know, Tom, and I talked about being competitive. Well, you got to hear Tom Brady on the field, boy.
Like what?
Tom Brady he's very disrespectful. Man, he in a manly way, in a competitive way. You know, not disrespectful as in being disrespectful to your family or anything else. I'm talking about that football competitiveness. Very disrespectful in a good way.
So he'll talk in game.
You know, they talk about Phillip Rivers. So he Phillip Rivers on steroids when it come down to the talking. Now Phillip don't curse. He don't say nothing too bad. He'll tell you where you need to be before you gonna be there. That's what Phillip Rivers gonna tell you. Like, oh, you supposed to been blissing in this gap. You like, God damn it. Like, how the hell he not supposed to be blissing in this gap? I done blissed in the wrong gap. Tom a little bit. Tom a little bit different. Tom a little bit different, Colin.
The GOAT made headlines this summer with comments on HBO's The Shop, where he discussed getting snubbed by some teams in free agency, and everyone has been trying to figure out who he's referring to. Here he is talking to Jim Gray about those comments.
There's private things for me that are going to remain, motivational for me. So they know who they are. I mean, that the teams.
You think they know?
Yeah, the teams know who we're probably interested in. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I mean, everyone's got a choice to choose. You know, I think what you realize is that there's not as many smart people as you think. You know, it's just a reality. I think it'd be a no-brainer if you said, hey, you got a chance to get Wayne Gretzky on your team, or you get a chance at Michael Jordan on your team. Oh, we don't need him. No thanks. We're good. In my mind, I'm kind of thinking, okay, well, let me go show those teams what they're missing.
Keep talking that talk, Tom. Tell them they know what it is. There's not a lot of smart people out there.
The world needs more of Tom Brady.
Right? If they want to pass on the GOAT, that's what it is. You're seeing all the competitiveness. Bart, what's your reaction to his comments right there?
Man, I love it, man. I love it. I mean, he gave us a glimpse of the new Tom Brady and Tom versus time. But I tell you what, he's done what most old people do. They move down to Florida and they find themselves, right? He's out there getting that vitamin D. He's feeling himself. And finally, he's finally realized his resume, right? He's like, man, I am the GOAT. He's putting himself on the Mount Rushmore of athletes, not just football players. He's saying Wayne Gretzky, Michael Jordan. You might as well throw Muhammad Ali on there too. Go for it. But I mean, I feel like this is like Tom Brady saying, you know what? And he's always in his mind that 6th round draft pick that failed in the draft, and everybody's sleeping on him. He's saying, no matter what, you're sleeping on me again. We saw this with Peyton Manning as well when the coach gave up on him, saying, hey, great athletes are driven by this type of motivation. Because you're asking yourself, why wouldn't he ride off into the sunset after winning the Super Bowl last year. I think he wants to put the distance between himself and all great athletes so far that he can't. It's undeniable how great he was as just an athlete.
Well, look, we already know that Tom Brady is the GOAT, but I love this outspoken Tom Brady. And as you get older, right, we would have never seen this back when he was with the Patriots, be this outspoken after Super Bowls. I mean, he say his piece on social media, but now he's doing interviews, and we love it for the simple fact I think he's embracing the moment as he's being a winner in the moment, knowing that he's getting up in age, or already up in age, and he's embracing it, and he's telling us about it. I like that he's having these conversations. I like that he's letting the world know that he's not done. I like that he still has an edge. He still has the fight in him to go out there and want to win and prove people wrong. This is how the world should be. He's like, forget the age. I'm going to show you. I'm going to tell you about it after I win the Super Bowl with Tampa Bay, and then I'm going to go back to Tampa Bay and try to repeat again. I love this about Tom Brady. The world needs more.
We all been around our grandparents, right? And what we love about our grandparents, they don't have a filter, right? They don't have time to waste time. And time is a waste of time. He's keeping it real. And sometimes it's keeping it real goes wrong. But listen, when you are able to win and be dominant like he is, you control the narrative. You know, he can say how you feel. Say it with your chest, Tom. Go ahead.
And he's free and lighter. By the way, Adam Schefter had a great podcast and brought on Alex Guerrero, you know, his whole guru. He's got him prepared for 3 years out. They're already working on his body, so he's not going anywhere anytime soon.
I'll be doing more videos of why I think Tom is even more driven, more hungry to win than ever before. So please subscribe, and if you liked the video, please share with your friends. Thank you as always for watching.